Hello and welcome. Today we're at Legoland Billund and we're going to take a look around at their big shop, which is the massive Lego store that they have within the theme park. Now this at one point was the biggest store slash shop in the world. Then it got overtaken by Windsor, then it's been beaten by New York. So it wouldn't surprise me if at some point they'll just make this even bigger, because obviously Billund is home with a brick. So it would not surprise me at all. Now we're going to take a full look around this absolutely massive store. We're going to have a look at all the different Lego sets that are on sale, including a load of discontinued sets in there, hard to find. There's a good little BAM section, so the builder minifigures there, and they also have a little pick-a-brick as well. Now don't forget, dotted around the actual theme park, they do also have more minifigure and more stores where you can actually pick more bricks and minifigures further on in the shop. So there is actually 2 or 3 different places where you can pick up the little minifigures and the Lego bricks as well. But if you have been to the store before, in the comments below, let me know what you think. Did you take anything home with you, or did you wait until you got to the airport? Now, all of these store videos are all available in its own playlist. So the Lego shop or Lego store playlist, they have plenty of them in there with regards to the different theme parks. So we've got them from Windsor, we've got them from Billund, and we've got them from coming from all over the other places that we will visit with regards to Lego stores. And obviously the Billund airport as well is in there. Each store does have slightly different stock, obviously depending on what time it is filmed, because obviously they keep updating the stock all the time. But this is their little selection of a pick-a-brick. So there are plenty of bricks available to pick. They also have a massive selection at the Lego house, which is obviously open when this is open, and that is only down the road as well. And they also have a BAM figure bit there as well. So they have lots of exclusive sets at the Lego house. They have an exclusive airport set at the Lego shop at the airport. But this has all the hard to find stuff that we will find a little bit further down. Now I have turned the sound right down because obviously it's quite busy within the shop and lots of kids screaming and nice and happy. That's why I've done the voiceover in this one rather than leaving it completely quiet. But in the comments below, like I said, let me know if you've been. Let me know how does this compare to your local store as well, because within Billund itself, in case you are coming through and visiting, because I'm getting quite a few comments on the Lego store posts now, you need to be flying home to visit the Lego airport set. You potentially need to pay for a ticket to get into the park, to get into this shop. I think you'll get given a time limit if it goes anything by the ones that are in Dubai, in America and the UK. So say for example you've got a 45-minute to an hour pass, a shopper pass, and then you come back and you can be fully refunded for your ticket. Now if they do not offer this at Billund, it doesn't matter, because only a 10-15 minute walk from here they have another big, very well stocked shop at the Lego house, which you do not need a ticket for. And also you can get into the Lego hotel itself, and that has a nice little shop in, and that also has a lot of the Legoland exclusive sets, so the actual Legoland theme park sets. There's plenty of those available, and if you can get into the castle depending on when you go, obviously that's only open seasonally, that will have a little shop as well. So the only thing that you're going to miss out on getting into the shop is very much a case of all the hard to find sets, which we will have a good look at in a second. And if you can't, obviously if you're not flying home and you're just thinking of driving through and you did wonder about the Lego store at the airport, that is in the departure area, not on when you come in. So you just have to plan your visits a little bit with regards to what it is that you're looking for. But there are almost all of the exclusive sets are available at the Lego house anyway, and it's really easy to walk to, and it has parking no more than like 3 minutes away as well. So nice and simple. Right, getting back onto this, love how they've got all the modulars together and how many plexiglass displays that they have dotted around all over the place. I think the store is very well spread out. There's loads of room to get your push chairs and everything around, and obviously the wheelchairs as well, and it is extremely well stocked. Now with this store, it does not open directly with the actual park, so what it will do is they open up a couple of hours into the day, and then when all the rides close, the park is then open for another hour, but the shop will then stay open. But obviously with all the queues and everything at the end of the day, that is probably why it's staggered. So it doesn't open up at the start, but it does allow you to get all the purchases in before you leave at the end of the day. So for example, the rides close at 5, the Miniland and shop should shut at 6, but then obviously if you're stuck in a queue and it's all for the members of staff, you might not be out until 5 past 10 past 6, so it makes perfect sense. And then when you're looking and walking by first thing in the morning, they'll just be replenishing all of the stock, because you can imagine how much sells just within a 2-hour period. There are loads and loads of members of staff waiting on the tills to come out. When I left on this day, it was absolutely ramsacked and there was a queue to get into the shop. So a shop this big and people were still queuing to get in. So every single person that is in the theme park on this day always wants to come in at the same time. Now, I have got a question to ask about if you're staying at the Lego Hotel in a second, but I know what area of the shop I am in now, and I do not want to miss the last chance sets. So when I spin round after we've looked at all these amazing Lego Technic sets and all the other bits and pieces, because obviously it's got all the powered up motors and everything there as well, so you can pick up all of these on your visit. You have this selection of everything. So have you wanted these sets? When was the last time you saw some of these sets? You've got the Mindstorm stuff, some of the old Harry Potter. You've also got the old, a lot of hidden side things. But as we come around, you will see you have a lot of this Super Mario that is still not being sold. Some of that is common in some of the shops, and some of them sell really, really well. A lot of the Batman stuff, but then as we come down, you've got the old Batman cave, I think, and I think this is only still here because this came out just before COVID and it's still in there, so I think that's around the same time frame. So there's 1 or 2 more sets left. Would you have tried to take that back and got on a plane with you? The price itself was not too bad. I did see some people that really do want that set, but did any of you end up buying it? Is it still there at the moment? Please do let me know in the comments below. Now, getting back on to the hotel, it's something that I have not done at this park, but I have done this at Windsor. Can you buy some of the sets, and then will they take them over to your hotel so you can then collect them at the end of the day? Because at one point at Windsor, they'd actually drop them off on your room and leave them on your bed, but now they don't come into your room. What they do is they'll leave them in sort of like the foyer bit, where it's round the back where you collect all the coats and things like that. You give them the ticket, a member of staff will walk around the back, and then they will collect your bag, which will then take into your hotel room. So please do let me know in the comments below if you have stayed at either of the hotels. I would imagine it wouldn't do it at the castle, but they'll potentially do it at the Lego Hotel. Please let us know in the comments below if that is a service that they offer, because that means that would then stop you from having to queue up so badly at the end of the day. So what do we think of the store selection? Because that's enough of talking about the hotels and saving time on queues and things. So obviously they have a huge amount of everything with regarding all of the Ninjago bits and pieces, because obviously they've got pretty much every single set that is available from small to massive, plus the clothing as well. Do you think that the local Lego stores should introduce some more clothing to their stores, or do you think it's better just kept to the actual main theme parks? I don't mean the swords and all of that kind of things, but like a little store, stand where they could put it in the store, where they've got like the little backpacks or the little bits and pieces, and it's just certain themes of the Lego ones. So say for example, you could just have like a Ninjago backpack and a smiley face t-shirt and that side of thing, because obviously Lego do have their own Lego wear, but they don't sell any of the clothing in their store. It's just a Lego store. Would you have picked up a t-shirt if you went to the shop? And obviously if you've never been to a Legoland theme park, but you are massively into your Lego, would that be something that would encourage you to buy more? I always find that quite interesting, what they sell at certain stores compared to others. Obviously, like I said, all the sort of knick-knacky accessory bits and pieces they were never going to do, but they seem to have quite a lot of the little like minifigure packs here as well, so you can see them just on the right hand side. They've got every single one of those different types over here. Well, they don't have all of them, or even half of them potentially, at some of the local Lego stores. If you are further afield in the UK, how easy is it for you to get hold of some of these sets. Now I do believe as we come around this section here for the Lego City, we will be having a look at the new Toy Story stuff, which is the new Buzz Lightyear film. I think they've got a stand sort of in prime place as we have a look at that fascia. I think I missed it and then saw it when I did this and then went back. But again, you can see how nice the weather is outside. It's not raining or anything. That came in later on and it got cold very, very quickly during the day, but I managed to come in sort of just about 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think that's when I was in here. So it's obviously, you can see how nice and peaceful it is, and like I said, if you come in towards the end of the day, absolutely ramsacked. So you can time it well where you can get some bits and pieces, but obviously the only problem is if you're going to buy anything, you're then going to have to carry it around with you and so on and so forth. But favourite stuff, what do you think of the size of the store? How does this compare to the store that you've got at your local area? Because I did say this store at one point was the biggest in the world, and I still reckon they're going to extend it and do different bits and pieces because it is their flagship shop. Have you seen any of these sets before? Have you picked any of them up? Will you be buying any of them? Or any of the sets that you have seen today? But guys, I am starting to run out of time, so if you could like, subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tour of the Lego shop, or the big shop, Lego store, whatever you want to word it, at Legoland Billund. It's been a good day today with regards to just getting on all the rides and having a look at everything. The weather did hold off until sort of the last little part of the day when it poured down, which you can see in the Miniland POV video. It got a bit miserable quite quickly and it got a bit fresh. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care and I hope to catch you in the next one. Ta-da.